Hello everyone, welcome to my spoiler talk of Deadpool 2. Let's talk about the retreads first and foremost. Vanessa dies in this movie, which is kind of like Vanessa once again drives the plot by being in trouble in a sense, even though now she's dead. Yeah, that didn't necessarily bother me too much, because I found the storyline of Cable going after Russell to be a more, like, that was more for me where the plot was than Vanessa dying. Vanessa dying was basically just like an explosion to get things started. However, it is a bit annoying that yet once again they do like, I mean, right now they do the fridging thing, which I think that's what the comic book community called it. It was the origin of fridging, let's talk about that right now, is because of Green Lantern, in which Green Lantern finds his girlfriend or wife, I don't know which one, in a fridge, frozen to death. And that is where it comes from. It's not a sex move. Don't you worry about that one. I mean, it could be. I don't know. Having sex with someone inside of a freezer. So I guess that could be fridging. However, I do not really mind that personally. The other side of like what you could see is like Cable's wife and daughter dying. But let's be honest here. That's usually where women end up when they aren't superheroes themselves. And the other thing that was kind of like deja vu-ish is the fact, like in the first movie, Deadpool, I said in the spoiler-free review that Deadpool gets his hand cut off, and now he's gonna get something else cut off. Yeah, his lower half of his body. So it is technically different, but it's not different enough, you know? It's like, okay, so once again, you're doing the same stuff. However, the rest of the movie is just new. And I love the fact that, you know, Deadpool assembles a team in order to stop. Like, the X-Force was just so weird in this movie. And they all die. What? I did not expect that at all. By the way, this is just going to be a talk. This is going to be me rambling on about stuff. I'll edit this so that it flows a bit better. But still, it's going to be me rambling. Yeah, the X-Force is basically just dies. Every one of them. And it's funny how they had like I guess like a big actor for Vanisher. Brad Pitt plays Vanisher, but basically he just gets shocked to death, and that's when it's like, oh my god, that's Brad Pitt? No way. Who are the other ones from X-Force? Let me see here. There's like Bedium, Shatterstar, Zeitgeist, and obviously the legend himself, Peter. And I also like how at the end of the movie, that's the only one he goes back for. He only goes back for Peter. He doesn't go back for anyone else. And also Peter will be appearing in Deadpool and Wolverine. Is just something that I learned just now. However, the one thing that kind of confuses me about the connectivity with the X-Men movies is the fact like we get to see the X-Men in Deadpool 2. However, if Deadpool 2 and Deadpool 1 are supposed to take place in modern day, because the only thing I know is the fact that it takes place 2 years after the last movie. Because also in the storyline itself, it doesn't really say anything about when it takes place. However, this movie could take place like a couple of years after X-Men Apocalypse. But like you see the X-Men cast from X-Men Apocalypse, and I guess Dark Phoenix as well, but let's just say X-Men Apocalypse. But yeah, but you get to see them, but they look like they are from the other one. Like they don't look older. It's not like, you know, like Patrick Stewart. It is James McAvoy that is Professor X. And you know, you got like Beast, Quicksilver, Cyclops, Storm, and Nightcrawler who all appear. So is that just like Deadpool breaking the fourth wall? Or is that actually like continuity with the X-Men movies? Because also even in a connected world, things still don't really work fully together. Because like even in like the Marvel Cinematic Universe where the movies are all connected, it was like, okay, but if Captain America's doing that, why isn't Iron Man helping him? Like, it's on TV that stuff goes wrong. Why isn't Iron Man just flying over there to help or something like that? So even in that situation, you know, you have like still kind of like question marks. But I just thought I'd mention that because that scene just like haunts me. However, also Juggernaut is in this movie. And since I watched this super duper cut, I think this was actually cut from the theatrical version. But there's actually a moment where Russell and Juggernaut talk. And they are walking to I guess the main bad guy's house. And, you know, like Russell's like, oh, you wear that helmet so that your brother can't, because your brother is a telepath. And he's like, yeah, but he's in a wheelchair now, so who cares? And it's like, oh, hey, look, they made a reference about the fact that Charles Xavier and Juggernaut are family, because that is what in the comics they are. I don't know if they are direct family, but they are. But yeah, but it was so great seeing Juggernaut. I love how Deadpool just fanboys out over Juggernaut. It's like, oh, Juggernaut from these X-Men comics. I'm a huge fan. I love that Deadpool does that. Like, for me, the jokes landed a lot more in this movie than they did in the last movie. Also, when are we gonna see Mr. Sinister, by the way, in any of these movies? Just a question that I'm asking, because we've had references throughout the X-Men movies about Mr. Sinister. I mean, at the end of X-Men Apocalypse, which I guess is supposed to be tie-in for both Logan, you have, like, people from the Essex Corporation grabbing, like, Logan's DNA, you know, Wolverine's DNA and stuff like that, which I guess that is supposed to kind of lead into X-23, but also the continuity of that movie is also kind of weird, because apparently in that movie they say that it's been 25 years since there's been a mutant, which I think is stupid anyway. Because, what do you mean it's been 25 years? Like, there are no new mutants? Then what the hell was the whole Sentinel program about? They're just gonna be wiped out anyway. But, yeah, we have that. But the Essex Corporation is heavily tied. Like, I think that's actually the corporation of Mr. Sinister. And now we have, like, the Essex Home for Mutant Rehabilitation. And it's like, we still don't see Mr. Sinister. And I don't think he's gonna be in Deadpool and Wolverine, because we're gonna get some kind of woman. Cassandra Nova. I was gonna say Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Nova is the villain of Deadpool and Wolverine. At least that's what we know from the trailer. But I would have rather had Mr. Sinister actually be the main villain of Deadpool and Wolverine, because, you know, there has been some build up towards Mr. Sinister. But well, maybe, you know, she's gonna become a really good villain in that movie, or maybe she's a throwaway villain who nobody really cares about. I mean, when I first saw her in that trailer, that she looked basically like the Ancient One from Doctor Strange movie. I was like, what, the Ancient One? It's like, no. I also like how the movie ends with, like, the Deadpool kind of self-sacrifice. I mean, he spoiled it at the beginning, because, you know, in the beginning of the movie, basically we continue on for 2 years. Deadpool has been fighting crime as a hero, but not really, because he kills people. But heroes kill people too, but it's R-rated, so he actually kills people. And then his girlfriend dies. But, like, also in the beginning, he talks about what happened in Logan, and it's like, oh, Wolverine, just like, fuck Wolverine, because he copied me by going R-rated, and then he had the nerve to die at the end of his movie. How dare he die at the end of his movie? I'm gonna also die at the end of my movie. And, well, yeah, he does actually die at the end of his movie, because he puts on, like, the power taking away from the prison scene, which that scene was actually funny. I'm Black Tom Cassidy. I'm White Wade Wilson. But at the end of the movie, he, like, sacrifices himself in order to save Russell, because Cable's like, fuck it, I'm gonna kill the boy. And so Deadpool's like, no, don't do it, because, like, Deadpool initially just wanted basically the first kill to be him. But then it's like, because Cable did that, it's like, now Deadpool had to hurry up and stop the bullet. However, then Cable goes back in time in order to stop that, which was his last charge. So technically that means that the Cable could be in the next Deadpool movie, or, you know, because at the end of the movie they also fix the time traveling device, and Wade uses it to go back and save Vanessa and Peter, which is canon because of the fact that they will both appear in Deadpool and Wolverine. So that is canon that he saves them. However, then he goes back in time and kills the Deadpool from X-Men Orange Wolverine and Ryan Reynolds after he's like, this script is awesome about Green Lantern. And then he, in the super duper cut, he goes back in time also and tries to kill baby Hitler. And it doesn't really work. And he's like, you know what? Hey, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna come back with my friend Cable. And he's gonna kill you because he loves killing kids. However, I've seen people take those moments as serious moments when Deadpool goes back in time to kill, like, the X-Men Orange version of Deadpool, and also kill Ryan Reynolds. Like, well, mainly the Deadpool one. People have taken that too seriously. Like, if you look online where it's like, okay, are the Deadpool movies connected to the X-Men movies? People will be like, yes, but also no, but yes, but also no, because Deadpool goes back in time to kill the original version of Deadpool. And it's like, yeah, but that is more, I feel like that's more of a fourth wall breaking, and that did not happen. That's just him being fourth wall breaky, because there is no way that he could do that, because in X-Men Days of Future Past, also killing Ryan Reynolds would kill himself, because Ryan Reynolds plays Deadpool, and that means that, dude, this is too confusing. I'm just gonna say those were fourth wall breaks, and they are not like what officially happened. But this movie is actually great. I've seen people hate on this movie for some reason. I don't get why. I thought the movie was great, and I'm really excited for Deadpool and Wolverine. I don't get where the hate comes from, because like this movie does a lot more than the last movie. I get where it's like, okay, yeah, it's retreading the same ground. It's like, you know, like where it's like this movie hates women because women are the driving force in the movie, and it's like, yeah, but I don't think that's any indication for like the writers or directors hating the women. I think it's more of a easy to grab thing, because that is what has happened in movies for a long time. So I think that is basically just them taking the easy way out, the lazy writing thing that Deadpool talks about. Because like women dying so that the hero has a motivation, it's like that's the easiest thing to pick. And also, anyone can get behind it too. It is an easy way to get the audience immediately behind the main character. Because like, if your girlfriend or your wife gets killed, you are going to have that reaction that Cable had. And that Deadpool potentially, well, maybe not. Maybe the same reaction that Deadpool has too. Because Deadpool just tries to kill himself for a long time. And nothing works, so eventually he joins the X-Men. Which also doesn't work because Deadpool is still Deadpool. And, you know, when he learned that Russell has been abused, he just starts shooting the guy. But yeah, and then afterwards he creates the X-Force. However, it is kind of weird that when Deadpool dies, he does not meet death. And I would like to see Death in like a Deadpool movie. What she would look like in a Deadpool movie. Because Death is Deadpool's love of his life, is technically Death. And he is fighting Thanos for her hand in that sense, because Thanos also loves her. Man, this movie is great. However, it has some retreads that cannot be ignored, but for some people can be excused, including myself. But I guess that is about all I can really talk. Also, Dopinder kills the headmaster at the end of the movie. I completely forgot about that. That is so cool. And then Dopinder gets out of the cab. He's like, ready for more. Now, I wonder where Deadpool and Cass go from here on out. Because the next movie that they go into is the MCU's movie, Deadpool and Wolverine. Which comes out in a couple of days, actually, from uploading this. Because this goes up on the 21st. And on the 26th, so upcoming Friday is when it's officially supposed to come out. However, here in the Netherlands, apparently the release date is next week, is upcoming Wednesday. So 4 days, 3 days, 1, 2, 3. 3 days or 5 days until we get to Deadpool Wolverine. And man, am I excited about that movie. Comment down below. Spoiler filled, doesn't matter. Tell me what you guys think about this movie. Are you okay with the deja vu moments? Or do they ruin the movie for you? You know, with Deadpool regrowing his body. I do like how we get to see Deadpool from the waist down. He just like does like the sexy lady thing. I love that too. And I'm ready to see Mr. Sinister in a future Deadpool movie if there's going to be more. I don't know. I mean, I've heard somewhere that Ryan Reynolds was done after this. But also I've heard that the Ryan Reynolds is ready for more. But like I said, let me know what you guys thought about this movie. You can go in all spoiler-like if you want to. Or don't if you don't. But that has been my spoiler talk for Deadpool 2. And with that being said, thank you so very much for watching. And I hope you guys have enjoyed. And if you did, please hit the like button, subscribe if you're new or if you're not done so already. Turn on notifications and don't forget to check out the Let's Play channel. Link to the description and at the end of the video. And I'll see you guys maybe in a week, maybe longer for Deadpool and Wolverine. And I'll see you guys Tuesday for whatever review I've got planned. Unless I have another video for Monday, which I'm not really expecting. Anyway, I'll see you guys for whatever comes next. Bye!